Hey, what's up, guys? Well, let's go back here, and today we are playing a pretty wild deck. I know that you guys wanted to see the Shutterwalk Shaman list that plays Lothamar and all the really big elementals, and then plays like you Shutter block into triple battle, like the triple battle cry. Yeah, this triple battle cry from Shutterblock on like Lothamar, and then you play Hagatha, which draws you the spell that gives all minions in your hand and deck +2/+3, and you play that as well. And then you play the taunt dude that basically a couple days ago. I believe it was on the Paladin Excavate deck. We put it in the deck. I know that some of you guys wanted to see that list because honestly, I want to play that list. And I had built one before I went to work. And then something bad happened, which I'll talk about in the video, but I don't want to talk about it right now. But when I back out to the deck, it's empty. I didn't really want to rebuild the deck after I got home from work at like 1:25 in the morning. I'll be honest. So instead, I found a list for Mechathun Warrior, and honestly, the deck looks pretty dope, and I'm excited to showcase it. I found it from Tempo Storm. I believe it is technically considered a tier 3 deck. I have never played against it, but I'm excited to try it out. And you know, first day of the season feels like the perfect time. So with that being said, how about we queue up the first one, and let's see how it goes. Alright guys, with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the first game. Alright, first matchup against a Druid. So, in the first game, I'm going to keep this whole hand, I think. No, I'm on both of those. Oh my god, I'm tired. Believe it or not, getting home from work at 1:30 in the morning after getting to work at 12 is exhausting. Even though yesterday I did end work early, I think I left work at like 5 o'clock, so by like 6:15. I would say I got home at 6:15 and I took a nap till like 10 o'clock at night. And then I recorded my video, edited it, uploaded it, and went to bed, and I woke up at like noon today. So I'm like, I was super well rested getting into the day, I'll be honest. But even with that, right now, I feel drained. And I know for a fact tomorrow I'm going to feel drained. Honestly, it's actually one of the really, really weird things is because this whole year, I feel like I've been saying it so far, like the first 6 months, basically. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to stream more. Oh yeah, I want to make a whole bunch of other type of content. But when you work, I know this might sound weird because a lot of people might work at like 9 to 5s or in school. And if you're in school, at least this is the way I'm at school. And I was even talking to my head chef today. He gets it 100%. Where when you do something that's very, very taxing on your body and very, very exhausting, the last thing you want to do on a day off is something that is not just kind of do nothing. Honestly, the only thing I really want to do on my days off are just watch videos on YouTube that I've already watched a dozen times and nap through them. I know that might sound completely fucked, and like, yo, it's your day off, you should do what you want to do. But the problem is you have no motivation. Alright? So like, I have no motivation on Sunday to do anything. And then Monday comes and finally you're back to being like, I want to actually do what I want to do. I want to play games and shit. And then the problem is you get to, like, yeah, I want to play games, but then you have one day and the next day you're back at work. And then it's like, alright, well, you know, I don't really want to play games anymore. I kind of just want to sit in my chair and do fucking nothing because I'm back at work and I'm working. At least for me, like, next week I'm scheduled, I think, 20 hours. I know for a fact, like, I'm scheduled for 20 hours unless I actually do what my plan is, kind of I clock in when I'm scheduled to and I clock out when I'm scheduled to. And I don't do anything extra. It's the only way I'll actually work 20 hours, but the problem is, like, doing that is very unfeasible in the position I'm in. Because if I know if I do that, then all of a sudden nothing's gonna get done in the kitchen, and then that's gonna lead to me having a whole bunch of other headaches and a million other things. I draw 2, then I draw a card for turn. Distress 2. Down to 6. Then I have to play another card. Can't really play another card unless I draw a 0-cost card. Play F. Play this, same outcome. Just end here. So, yeah. Again, it sounds super fucked to say, but I'm in a very, very unique position where for my age, I'm making good money, and at the same time, I'm in a job that I feel doesn't respect me, and it is something that I love to do, and it's something that I want to continue doing. Like, I love working in a kitchen, and I think I've talked about this beforehand. Like, yes, I'm studying to become a software engineer and all that type of shit, but it's not really what I want to do, as weird as that sounds. Like, I love the aspect of working in the kitchen, and I love the brotherhood feel that you get from working in the kitchen. But at the same time, it's one of those things that's just, in the long run, unless you're very, very dedicated to it, it's very, very unrealistic. And yeah. I should have poked there. It would have cleared the whole board. Well, it would have left just this alive, but this would have been dead. I can do this, but I have one more in my deck. Okay, I have a little bit of armor. I have enough armor to play around with some random bullshit. Especially cards like Chemical Spill and Shield Shatter. I have enough. I have enough room to play around with some bullshit. Especially because I could Shield Shatter, Chemical Spill, or sorry, like Stoneskin Armorer, Ancient Totem, which are at the bottom of my deck, Oil Spill. That's fine. This is a mech. Just do Roaring Applause here, draw 2 cards. There's a Chemical Spill, there's a Shield Shatter. So, the next card is at full mana, everything else is discounted by 3, which means the rest of my deck costs 0. Besides one of these 3 cards. But yeah, no, again, it might be a weird thing. And I feel like unless you guys have worked a job that is, I don't want to say jobs that are mentally taxing are different, but they do feel different. Again, this is not coming from someone that's never worked a mentally taxing job in his life. This is coming from someone that did work as a software dev for a little bit, that has worked in various different fields for a little bit. But working a job where you're on your feet and you're doing a whole bunch of things and you're working 15 hours a day, it's rough. I'll be honest, it's rough. And I know, again, a lot of people might say like, oh, you're over exaggerating, it's not that bad. Trust me, it's that fucking bad. Alright, well, let's getting a little bit more armor. I think this is a dubski. Unless you deal like was this 120 damage in this turn or in the next 2 turns? Like I have Barov plus Risky Skipper to like wipe his board if he tries to pull some bullshit. And it also requires him dealing 90 armor worth of damage in 1 turn. I feel like I'm in a very, very good position right now to beat the deck I'm playing against. Perfect. How much mana do I have? I have 10 mana on my turn. Alright, well, I should win the game here. I play Stoneskin, Ancient, Armorsmith, Chemical Spill, Shield Shatter, and I win the game. As long as he doesn't deal 82 damage in one turn. Because all the minions do die to the Shield Shatter, therefore I should win the game. Because Chemical Spill deals 5 damage to Mechathun. Therefore I should win the game. Alright. Let's go. Oh, I draw some cards and I don't die. So as far as I know, this should win me the game. Pew? Q. With 89 armor to spare. That was silly. I like that. I like that a lot. Anyways, I'm going to continue talking about how fuck life is in the next game. Alright. Next matchup is a Death Knight. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna try to do something similar to what I did last game, which is just gain like 90 armor in one turn. And just kind of see where that takes. Yeah, getting back onto that feeling of just like you finally have a day off, you're physically tired. And to be fair, I also don't want to say cooking is not a mentally exhausting job. Because if you ever talk to a chef, one of the things you'll hear is them tell you is like, yo, this job is both physically and mentally exhausting. It might just seem like your job is like, oh, all you do is cook all day and you're fucking chilling. No. That is the furthest thing from the truth you can actually say. Because, don't forget, right? You're working in a kitchen. You're not one person in the kitchen. I can never win this game. I could legitimately never win this game because no matter what, I'll always have 3 plagues in my deck. Well, that's the thing. I guess I'll continue what I was saying in the next game. Alright. This is not a matchup where my opponent can just play hell yeah on curve and I instantly lose the game. I'll keep it like this. So yeah. What I was saying was, working in the kitchen is not just, oh, I spend my whole day cooking and chopping things and doing that type of shit. That is... Cooking and chopping things, I'd probably say is 50% of the job. The other 50% of the job is working with the people you're working with, right? You can have a bad relationship with someone in your kitchen. It doesn't work. Just because you work so closely together. Kitchens are not big places. If you've ever worked behind the line, it's a narrow spot. Imagine a hallway where you have hot pans and fire on one side and deep fryers on one side, and on the other side you have people wielding sharp ass knives, right? And it's less than the width of a hallway and you're walking through that. Again, it might not be something a lot of people can actually visualize or understand, but go into your hallway. I feel like this is the best way to explain it. Say you're in a hotel room. Make it half as wide as it is, right? The hallways of a hotel. Make them half as wide as they are. And now, basically, at the midway point of the hallway, put people with sharp knives. And on the wall of the hallway, put things that you can't touch because they're at 4+100 degrees Fahrenheit. Right? Imagine that's kind of the situation you're in. So now imagine if you're in like, if you get mad at someone, right? It's hard to, you know, squeeze around them if you have to get by or whatever, and all that type of shit. It's not something that's very easy to do. And honestly, it's not something that anyone in the kitchen realistically wants to do. When you're in a kitchen, you want to get along with everybody. Because it becomes less of a thing of coworkers and more of a feeling of you're a family that has a whole bunch of different backgrounds, right? Everybody wants to get along with everyone. Everyone needs to get along with everyone, or else if you're pissed off at someone and you share any fucking detail about what's going on currently in the kitchen, you're going to deal with a million other headaches. And in my opinion, it's not really something you want to do. In my opinion, it's annoying enough that sometimes you don't get along with the people you work with, but So, all that to say is, picture you're in this scenario where you're in a tight, enclosed area, and you're dealing with people. It's not easy. And it's, again, it's physically exhausting because you're on your feet for 14 hours a day, typically. Alright, so I can't play that. I want to kill this off. So I'm playing against Mill. Hold up, I actually have to think for a second here. But yeah. So, all I have to say is, kitchen is not necessarily also a mentally exhausting job. There's also, again, you have to think about what you're cooking. You have to make sure everything's perfect. You're tasting things constantly. You're constantly using your mind. You also have to work with the front of house people, your waiters, your bartenders, your bus boys, bus girls, whatever. You have to work with all of them. All right. So at the same time, you're also trying to play the friendly game with all those people, even though sometimes shit ain't going well and you're just pissed at everyone and you just honestly need a fucking break. I'll be honest, it happens to me a lot more than I care to admit. Where sometimes I just feel like I need a fucking break and I need to just clear my mind. I have the main combo in my hand. Next turn, I'm going to burn this. I'm going to play out most of my hand next turn. I'm going to burn this. I'm going to burn this. He starts attacking my minions. I gain 1,000,000 armor. Alright, so I guess I just gain 1,000,000 armor this turn. Sounds good to me. How much damage should I take? So I start by playing this. I think I win this game unless he has exactly Dirty Rat in it. Pretty sure I won this game unless he has exactly Dirty Rat in it. So it's 4-9. Alright, well, I hope I have enough. I should have played the Aftershock instead of playing what I did, because it just would have gained me more armor with the Armorsmith. Right now I'm taking 3, 4, 5, which is 12 damage. So unless he can deal Well, 22. This would deal a lot of fucking damage to actually kill me. I need 10 armor by the end of it. Ah, perfect! I win the game. Perfect! Got him! Yeah, I should not have left him with a minion on the battlefield, I'll be honest. That was a misplay on my part. But we got there anyways. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna continue talking about what I was talking about in the next game, where I don't have to focus on the start of it. Alright guys, yeah, I'll see you guys all there. Alright. Next game is against Shaman. I'm gonna like this. Try to just gain 90 armor in one turn again, and then see where that brings. So yeah. Basically everything I had said so far boils down to working in the kitchen is not just sending out food. It's not at all what reality TV makes it seem as. When you work in a kitchen, it's a stressful environment where you have a lot more to do than most people give you credit for. That's kind of like basically what I want to boil all that down to. But the thing is also, after you work 60 hours in a week, the last thing you kind of want to do is anything. Like, straight up, if I didn't have to fucking breathe on my days off, I wouldn't. It's to that point of exhaustion. Because, like, put it this way. This week, right? We're Saturday, as of recording this in my head. Sunday, in technical speaking, I believe. Right, we're Sunday. Yeah. Between Wednesday and Friday, I got a total like 7 hours of sleep. I was going to work every day I was leaving my house to get into work between 6:30 and 7, right, to get into work. I was only leaving from work at midnight. Therefore, getting home at kind of like, if I'm leaving work at midnight, I'm probably getting home at like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Well, yeah, 1:30 in the morning. Because I often take public transport to get to and from work, just because convenience and whatnot. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, you're both physically and mentally exhausted because you're getting home at like 1:30 in the morning and you have to wake up for work at like, you know, you're leaving at 6:30, you're waking up at like 5:30-ish, right? So between 1:30 and 5:30, if you don't spend any time, like, you know, most of the time I would come home and edit. And then I recorded most of my videos for this week earlier on in the week. In, like, even, actually, no. I definitely left a little bit later than that some days, but, like, still, it's the type of thing where you get home, you can't go to bed right away. You know, between, when I woke up on Wednesday, I probably woke up a little bit later. But I guess no, it's closer to 8:30. But still, like, getting home from, like, 1:30, having to leave to work at 8:30, I would wake up at, like, 7. Like, it's just one of those things where you just don't get a lot of sleep, and, you know, you feel like everyone's riding your ass. And it's honestly a lot of fucking headache. It's hard to put it into perspective unless, like, I actually, like, recorded a day. Because by the end of the day, you kind of forget what time you actually showed up at. You're just so fucking tired, and you just kind of want to clear your mind, and you just don't want to think about the last thing you want to think about is what time you got into work at. But basically all to say, work is something, and when you work in the kitchen, it's not necessarily something pleasant. Like, do you have to burn your soul? But I really want to throw this away and this away. Really. Actually, I can do it this way. Oh, I still have to burn it, but... Oh, I didn't have to play that. Oh. Oh, I fucked up. I could've... Oh, no. Oh, I punted. Oh, I deserve to lose this game. I'll be honest. Yep. I straight up... If I lose this game, it's because of this turn. I didn't have to play this thing. I forgot that setting everything else to 1, then whirlwinding would clear the board. Alright, well... It is what it is. I do have a turn where I gain a shitload of armor. Well, that turn has to become sooner rather than later. Alright. Alright, okay. Let's think about this. 12... Oh, that rolls a 6 I can see. Are you fucking serious? That's how I lose this game? Yeah. I deserve to lose after my punt. My punt was really, really bad. Oh well. I punted huge in that game. I deserve to lose that 1,000,000%. Oh well. Anyways. I was actually pretty sure I figured out which one of these I wanted to pick. Kind of really want both the like these two and the Malfurion one. This one kind of looks like shit. This one looks okay. All these kind of look like shit. I'll be honest, I like this one. But I do really like this Malfurion one. And I do kind of like these two. So, I'd like to know which one you guys prefer out of those. For this, I like the Death Knight one a lot. Hate this one. I don't know why so many people use it. I fucking hate it. This one looks pretty dope. Malfurion ones look shit. And ones look shit. Yeah, for me it's kind of like between this one, whoops, and the Death Knight one looks fucking clean. So, if you guys have any opinions on those, I'd love to hear them. Anyways, for now, these are the packs for the end of the season. I did not buy them. But if we crack 2 today, we'll crack 2 tomorrow. This way, in the next videos, at least we'll have packs. But I'll take it. I have both. I have 2 versions of Raza now. But yeah, basically everything I talked about in this video can kind of be summed up to work is exhausting both physically and mentally. So my one real day off I get a week makes me kind of just want to sit down and do nothing. But at the same time, I really want to try and push myself to stream more. And like, it's gotten to a point where honestly, I don't even play the games I want to play like on my own time. I have not touched, as much as I talk about it, like balloons in like 2.5 weeks. I've not touched. I have a playthrough of Skylanders that I started like 2 months ago, and I have not touched since. I played through a half an hour of TTYD on the new release for Switch. That's it. Like, I can't even get myself to play games I want to play. I can't even get myself to fucking play Battlegrounds. It's a game I normally love to just turn my brain off and play. And I can't even get myself to do that to a point. That's how fucking tired and just done with life I am, kind of, on the one day I kind of have off. And then the next day I'm already stressing about work the next week, talking to my boss and shit like that, even though I'm not on the clock. So in reality, it's just one of those things where I kind of have to push myself to just work like a normal human being and kind of click my brain off when I get home and really get to doing more of what I actually want to do and less of what I feel like I have the energy to do. But hey, that's why they created Monster. Anyways, I don't think I said it throughout the video, but I hope everybody had a beverage. I was just myself a beer that I got from work. And then after that, if I had finished it, I'd also poured myself a glass of whiskey, which I'm going to drink while I'm editing, seeing that my beer has one sip left in it. Anyways, this deck, this Mechathun Warrior deck, it's the only really playable Mechathun deck, but it was a lot of fun. I actually genuinely enjoyed it, and it was one of those things where, honestly, I feel like more people should try out a deck like this. I know it's expensive, but it's worth it. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one, where hopefully we get some more dubs. Alright guys, yeah. With that being said, I'll see you guys all on the next one. Peace!